Hello everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for a Heffy Doodle video here on my YouTube channel today. I am going to be making a light up card. I've just been on this kick and we're going to be making a spring one to go with it. So this is our Big Bug Hugs stamp and die. We also have our Roundabout sentiments along with the die that can go with that. I have another set that's not showed called Interactively Yours. We have our stitched circle dies, our Leafy Laurel circle dies, and our truly outrageous sequin mix. We're going to get started with the Cloudy Skies stencil, and in this piece of cardstock that I have measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, so it is the full front of an A2 size card. I'm going to take a little bit of Heffy tape and tack that into place, and then I've got a blending buddy along with some not Cloudy Skies, it's the Breakup blue color that we're using. And we're just going to blend that, and we'll move our cardstock in and out of this stencil. This is what makes this stencil so great. It's basically a 6x6 stencil, but you can move your cardstock to the different sides and move it around in there and get all different kinds of cloud shapes to make your background. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm just going to keep moving this stencil up to the different pieces and just keep blending that Breakup blue on there. I just think this makes for a nice, beautiful, subtle blue sky background. And to be honest with you, I kind of had a thought in my head how this card was going to turn out, and it turned out better than I thought it was going to. So I just like this so much. All right, and then our last little bit, we'll do one more down at the very bottom. I'm just going to hold that in place, and then I'll pull this out, and I'm going to take that Breakup blue and go around all of the edges just to add a little bit more of that blue all over our background. I'll clean up my mess, and then we're going to do a little bit more blending. I went ahead and die cut the Leafy Laurel circle die. I did that twice out of this green cardstock, and I'm just adding a little bit of cracked pistachio to the edges. I just want to have a little bit of differentiation in there. It'll give it a little bit of depth, not make the leaves seem so flat. And it's not a lot, but it's subtle enough and enough to just kind of see that there is some differentiation in the color. So then I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue and go just around the outside of that, and then I'll line that die up on top of the other one just to make this a little bit fuller. I think that's fun, and I'll just keep moving it till I'm happy with how that is. And I'm happy. So now I'm bringing in those stitched circles, and I thought I picked out one that would be perfect for the halo light. What I need it to do is fit right on the inside of that. I don't want any of the halo light itself to show through the card. So I'm pulling that halo light out. Those are from Pearblossom Press, and this die is going to fit perfectly. So I'm just going to tack that down to the front using a little bit more of that Heffy tape, and then I'll run that through my die cutting machine, and then we'll have a really cool stitched effect on both sides. I'll go ahead and get my base ready. That measures 5 1/2 inches by 8 1/2 inches, and I'm scoring it at 4 1/4 inches. And this way I can go ahead and start doing some actual assembly of the light and such. So I'm going to put glue only on the circle that I die cut out, and then we'll pop that into place, and that circle will be exactly where it needs to be. And then I can pull away the rest of the circle or the background. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down my laurel leaves, just using, a thin line of glue again. Love it. And then I'm going to take that same liquid glue and we'll adhere down our halo light to our card base. Now I'm going to go ahead and color up some of those bugs from our Big Bug Hugs. I went ahead and stamped those out using some Blackout ink by Ink on 3, and then I'm bringing in my Olo markers. Those are alcohol markers. And yeah, I'm going to have a pink dragonfly because why not? It's my dragonfly. I'll color him how I want, right? And I just think he's so stinking cute as a little pink dragonfly. And then we're going to do our bee. You can see I've got that bee off to the side. And yeah, I know his face would probably be black, but I want that little smile to really show. So I'm going to make it yellow, and then we'll make his little stripe black and his little tail or I guess it's a stinger. So I've brought in some of those colors. We'll blend that out just a little bit. And then our final color, I'm going to bring in a very light, like blue-green, just for the insides of those wings. And then I'm going to tack that down with a little bit more of our Heffy tape and run that through our mini die cutting machine. I love the Heffy Doodle mini die cutting machine. You all have seen me use this many times. It stays on my desk. I went ahead and die cut out the Roundabout sentiment die, and I'm going to go ahead and put some Sike yellow color on there. I'm going to blend that all over that, and then I will stamp my sentiment on there. I just figured this was the easier way to do it, because it's a solid die. So you just go ahead and die cut that out, and then you can very easily line up where you're going to stamp your sentiment on there. This is going to be a birthday card. And as you can see, I went ahead and already folded up those embossed lines that our die gives us. And I attached it down to the front of our card. And then I did die cut out some of these little purple flowers. I'm going to add just a little bit of a darker purple to the center, and then I'll bring a light purple in to blend that out. It's going to look kind of dark, but that's only because it's wet. And once it dries back, it'll be subtle. It'll blend out. And I love the springy colors that we have going on here with that, that light lilac color. We've got our cute pink dragonfly, and then we have our banner in yellow. We have a mint green leaf all around it, and then we have that nice blue subtle background. This just makes me so darn happy. I'll take a pencil and mark where I need to stamp out the words press here, and that's going to come from that Interactively Yours stamp set. So I'll stamp that just in black right there, and then I keep the paper that comes with the halo light because it separates the battery, so that way when you send it, it's not going to be lit up the whole time. And I usually stamp pull me right there so that the recipient knows. I'm going to grab a sentiment from our big bug hugs and stamp that on the inside, sending you big bug hugs. And then we'll put our little bee next to it. And then we're going to put our final two little flowers, because we had a couple of extras, on the inside as well. I think that's a nice little touch. It's not too much, but there is something on the inside. And then I need to bring in my Heffy Doodle foam tape. This stuff is fabulous for shakers, but it's also super fabulous for light up cards. You could use a regular foam tape, but this is a little bit thicker, and this is what makes it perfect for shakers. If you used a regular foam tape, you would have to double it up, but this is the perfect width, or I guess depth. So I'll peel off that release paper. We'll stick our panel down on top of our card base, and then we could put some foam tape on the back of our cute little dragonfly, and then pop him up in there, and then he lights up. He's so cute. This is where I bring in our Truly Outrageous sequin mix, and I'm just going to add the same little sequins to the insides of each of those flowers, just to add a little something to them. And then when I'm done with that, once I get all those on there, our card will be done. I love making light up cards. They just make me so darn happy, and I know my recipients always like them because I hear about it. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.